Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Mason's ADV, where I share our stories from the road and hopefully inspire your own adventures. Just want to take a moment here and say thank you very much to the patrons that support us every week, and to those of you that have donated to the Buy Us a Coffee Fund. We certainly couldn't do it without you. You guys seriously help keep the wheels turning. So with the snow up here still falling, I'm going to dig deep into the reservoir and pull out the trip that we did in the fall of last year. It was myself on the KLR 650, Benham on the Husky 701, and Mellon on the CRF 250L. This was the first day of 6. We headed out for an entire week. It was supposed to be a continuation of the TCAT trip, but that did change as the week went along. However, we're off for 6 days of moto camping and exploring Northern Ontario, and I hope you enjoy the ride. Here he comes, Benham. Thanks, guys. It'll get easier as we go.
Yep.
All right.
Off again.
Off again.
Part 2.
Wow. Does it feel weird to anybody else?
Yes.
That seemed to be a long time coming.
It felt like this was actually just our like this trip was just part of our imagination. I didn't think it was actually going to come together.
Yeah, I was hoping.
Yeah, me
but,
too.
You certainly don't know, do you?
Well, a few weeks back we weren't going.
Yeah, that's right. Well, good morning, everybody. It's Mason, Benham, and Mellon, and we are off for the second leg of our TCAT trip. It's almost exactly a year between the two. Or is it? It is exactly a year.
I think it's exactly a year, yeah. I was looking at that.
Yeah, Monday we left last year. But
right,
yeah.
So we've got a day's jump on last year's trip. Regardless, we're off. We need a couple of minutes, I think, to catch our breath. It seems a little busy as you come right down to that wire time, that leave point.
Yes.
I'm super stoked, can't wait. It's nice to be back out in the bikes. We got a fuel stop here in about 20K, so we can all fill up, and then we're off to hit up with where we left off last year and continue north. So come along as we go for a ride.
How's your throat?
fine.
Good.
Yeah, so good. 3 weeks to heal from a punch to the throat is that's pretty significant.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a very tender area of the throat.
Yeah.
That's why in knights always protected their throat in battle.
Right.
Like a sword hit to the throat, not great.
No, that's how your head comes off.
Yeah, it seems like the weakest link.
I have experienced that pain once when I jumped off a really, really high cliff up at Cypress Lake. I over-rotated a little bit too forward and took the full brunt of concrete right up under my chin. Or at least that's what water feels like after about 100 feet.
I was lucky, I got it under the arms.
Ooh,
and my hand.
Still hurts.
It does, hand and under the arms, oh my goodness.
Yeah, no doubt.
That is like concrete. I don't know if I was at the same place you were, but it was a high cliff.
Well, so far, I can say that the new speakers in the helmet, the U-Clear, have helped.
Good.
Yes, you're not just all garbled, I can hear you. You're a little bright. I wish it had, I wish it wasn't quite so trebly, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's not right. There's something wrong with it. I never really sound bright.
Well, okay.
My fuel light hasn't started flashing yet, so this is a good sign.
How many K?
Do I have so far?
Yeah.
145.
Did you do any changes to the bike?
I put it back to stock fuel.
Oh, did you? Just with a setting, you didn't take the stuff off, you just changed the setting, the mapping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normally it's like 160. And then the reserve, the fuel light starts flashing. And then they get another 50, so 210. Sweet.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
And then I have a gallon, which will put me over 300 for sure.
I might be starting to get my motorcycle brain on. That's good.
Yeah, me too. I'll get in the right lane then and say that.
Oh, I just stalled.
Did you?
Yeah, I just stalled the bike.
Man, it doesn't look like you've got a lot of stuff there, Mason. But you do.
On the bike?
Yeah. Very neatly packed.
That's just a pretty good load. It's because of the weather they were forecasting, I have the tarp back on this year that I didn't have last year. And because we're doing so much remote camping, I put the little axe back in too. So I'm actually weighed out at 5 pounds heavier than my pack out last year, which isn't awful.
Oh, that's not bad.
But I myself am 30 pounds lighter than I was this time last year, so...
And different shocks.
Yeah, that's right. And the shocks were designed for this pack out and me 20 pounds heavier, so I'm in good shape. I've got a little bit of extra on the shock now. It's not running at its max. Yeah, all around good. I'm excited. Well, the bike feels fantastic. I can feel the difference in the weight for sure.
You can feel it.
Yeah. Oh, it's quite like it's well, it's not wallowing along. It's running along like it's a proper bike, you know?
Yep.
It's kind of hard to explain, but it feels lighter.
Nobody's talking about hashtag super plush suspension back here.
No. But you did get the hammer out and wind her up another notch. So it's like hashtag max coil.
So 152 just started flashing.
Well, that's great.
Right on cue.
Yeah, 200K is good range, plus all the extra that everyone's carrying. I think we're in good shape.
So see how many liters it takes.
Right.
And then we'll equate that to kilometers.
I don't feel
Yeah, this is regular, so I'll take this.
So that's 6 liters.
Got 6 in.
I took 15. Okay, full fuel load. Oh, guys, it's nice to be on a bike that's not doing anything silly.
You've only had one day of that.
Yeah. It shakes your confidence, though.
For sure, I can
When
imagine.
you think you have something absolutely dialed, like it's just sorted, you know, and then that happens.
When you took the tire off, could you tell if the belt had shifted or anything?
I need to have a look. I didn't look. I took them off and threw them on the rack.
Yeah. I don't even know why they're on the rack, really.
It's a tutorial on what not to buy.
A reminder.
Yeah, and they're all up there. They're all taped with the amount of kilometers they ran before they became unrideable, or the ones that are up there from the last trip, so I can compare those to these when we get back. Yeah, it's just a little museum of tire tests. It might be interesting to have at some point.
Yeah.
Could do a whole video on tires. There's a couple sets of TKC 80s up there that are half-life.
But like, when would you put one back on unless you like slash the tire or something, right?
Well, I would if, for example, I come out sort of after the spring and the one I'm on is getting right low, but I know there's a trip coming where I want a new set. I would throw one on for a month or two if I was just riding local.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I got some new tools in, guys. Like Melon suggested, I got the valve stem threader.
Oh yeah.
And
Sure,
I got
awesome.
a proper Happy Trails jack for the bike, which is a nice compact little jack stand. And I got a rim lock, like a Bead Buddy. I don't know what it's called. Bead Buddy?
Bead Buddy.
The one by Motion Pro?
Yeah.
It's like a third hand. It's a fairly handy little rig.
So you don't need the third hand when you got 4 more hands and 4 tire bars.
That's right. Provided I only ever ride with you guys, I'm good.
Yeah.
bike doesn't seem to be starving for fuel anymore. It doesn't want to stall when I come to a stop. That's good.
Oh yeah, I wonder if that was a fuel issue.
I think part of it for sure.
So you haven't redone your valves yet, have you?
No, but I pulled it apart, checked them, and put the. I'm stuck about the middle of the spec.
Yes. And then, did you do anything more with your carb since we got back?
Yeah, I took it apart for the video, and while I was in there, of course, I recleaned it.
Yeah, I saw. Yep, that's right.
Buttoned it back up, and then it got line and filter.
Did you find anything when you redid that?
No.
I watched chunks of the video when I was working away when I did it.
Nope, I didn't. There was a little bit more water in the fuel bowl, but no schmag. And not much, just a little bit.
But water just naturally happens in any tank.
Sure does. Just the temperature swings we've been experiencing here locally. You know, that'll condensate inside a tank pretty quick.
And the ethanol will help that, but
yeah, I looked in the tank with a flashlight. I don't see any laying. It's not like there's puddles of it for sure. I ran a bit out of the tank on reserve into a bowl, got nothing. So I think I'm good.
I got a bottle of Startron in my toolbox on the bike. You know, when you see a percentage grade for a hill.
Okay, yeah.
I learned what a 100% grade is.
Okay.
100% grade is 45 degrees.
Right.
It has to do with the ability for a vehicle to overcome traction.
Yes.
And have the horsepower to propel it up the hill.
Yeah, makes sense.
And still maintain traction, right?
Right.
So at some point, you're either going to lose traction or you won't have enough horsepower to climb it.
Right.
It's going to be one or the two. And the thing was, the Mercedes G-Wagon can climb a 100% grade.
Cool.
Didn't know that. I didn't know what that grade percentage.
I did not either. No, I didn't know either.
45 degrees is a lot steeper than it seems.
45 degrees is steep. It's like that.
It's very steep.
Yeah. Yeah, like in the mountains, you hit 8 and 9%, and those are steep hills.
Yeah. That's cool, Melon. Thanks for that. I didn't know that it was based on 45. I honestly didn't know what it was based on.
Yeah, I had no idea either. And it would only make sense to truck guys because that's the only thing that ever I see.
Sure. Yeah, where it makes a difference whether you might take it or not.
Look at that.
Man, we live in a beautiful area, eh?
We sure do.
8%. It's an 8% grade, guys. This is steep.
This is 8%?
Yeah, this is pretty steep, eh?
Yeah.
But like, not abnormal. But that climb looks pretty cool.
Right.
Where's the horseshoe, like the hill?
Oh, left and right back there.
Oh.
We just came down it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, gotcha. I hadn't been there in so long. And there's a golf course?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah. Steep grade.
So I weighed my bike and all my gear before I left Benham.
Yep.
And loaded and fueled. This bike weighs right now today exactly the same as an empty Africa Twin.
Yeah, I believe it. The African tin, the way it's weighted,
it's to
feels
the pound.
even heavier.
Absolutely to the pound. And I was surprised when I actually weighed the machine that there was an extra 22 pounds unaccounted for, and that'll be all my add-ons. That'll be my crash bars, bark busters, riser, lights, light bracket, you know?
Which isn't bad.
It'll be all those things that I added that I never really, because I always worked with the internet's wet weight and then added the weight of my luggage. But actually the bike is 20 pounds heavier than that.
Well, it's not bad though. 20 pounds for all that's not bad.
No, that's right. I got that big aluminum rear rack on. The plastic one's gone.
Yeah.
I've added my own stainless guards on the muffler and on the, you know, there's been a lot of stuff added. Don't forget, this also includes my suspension system, and I'm fairly sure that the new Cogent system is more than likely heavier than the little one I took off. It has no reservoir or anything.
And that was a dry African Twin dry, the specs.
No,
that
wet.
Oh, wet. So okay.
So we have the option of eating here in Aurelia. I don't know where we are time-wise.
It is 11:03.
So that's an option, or we can head north.
I say keep going. Huntsville.
Okay. I'm running smooth, boys. It feels fantastic.
Nice to have not a tire with a lump in it.
There we go. The old Weber's is just a smoking.
It is. And look at the cars.
Oh yeah.
They put a bridge in just for that place.
Yeah. Because people were darting across the highway. That smelled good though.
Yes, it does
smell good.
Guys, I'm going out.
Thank you.
To Huntsville, I'm good. Push through.
You know, it's almost nice to have a day of highway just to get some seat time and warm up and, you know, get comfortable before you hit the trails. Kind of nice.
So once we'd made it up to Huntsville, it was time for a splash of fuel so everyone was full to the brim before we hit our first trail section of the trip, which was going to take us to our first campsite for the night. We were pretty excited to end the day. That was a fair bit of highway running. And so we will see you guys next week, but I'll leave you with this.
Sorry? Oh, it would be 87. 87's regular. Yes, yeah.
Somebody actually asked that?
Yeah. Unless that calls for high test.
You're freaking kidding me.
Is it a rental? Screw it, put regular in, yeah. Yeah, 87.
That's what I would. That's funny to me. Drive it like a rental.
Hey guys, if you liked that video, hit the thumbs up button for us. It goes a long way towards helping out the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button in the upper corner for new videos every Sunday. Be glad to have you along for the ride.